Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Morning Rayne podcast. I'm your host, Ava Rain. This is so exciting. It's a new year. If you didn't watch the promo I put out on January 1st, pause right now, go watch that real quick because new year, more podcast, new year, better podcast. I'm so excited. I've got this little mic with me today because I'm currently home for winter break. I did not bring my whole get up of the podcast mics and all of that. I only brought these, so we're just going to have to deal with this for today only, but I'm excited. I think it'll be easier to use this anyway because today's topic is about vision boards, how to do a vision board, talking about my vision board for the year, and just kind of talking about a few ways to reset ourselves for the new year if you so choose to. So if you have not made your vision board yet, this is a perfect time to go pause, grab some materials so you can make it while I'm talking through this episode, or if you have already made it, it's a perfect time to reflect on making it. I'm super excited, but before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe, follow, like, share, rate the show if you're watching on Spotify or whatever. I would love if you could send it to a few friends. I'm very excited. So, okay, now that you've done all those things for me, thank you so much, by the way. Let's get into it. I'm so excited. So, it is January 3rd today. I made my vision board on January 1st, and I always love a good vision board. So, a little bit of a backstory. We started doing our vision boards 2024. So I guess technically the end of 2023. We used to do it on New Year's Eve. We did not do it on this New Year's Eve because we went to the Stranger Things finale in the theater, so we couldn't do it the night before. So we did it on January 1st, which was still, I think, just as good. I see some people doing vision boards before the year is over. So they'll do it in like the middle of December or something, and I've just never chose to do it that way because there's still time left to get stuff done in that little window of time in the middle of December, at the end of December, for the vision board of that year. So I like to do it right at the very end / start of the new year. I just think that's the perfect time to do it, to really visualize your goals and figure out what you want to accomplish. So I have a few tips for making a vision board because I've learned a few things you have to do in order to be able to really accomplish what you have on there. So the number one big thing I've learned when doing a vision board is you need to pick pictures where, if it's like an experience or you're going somewhere, or I'm looking at my current one right now, or you want to do something, whatever it may be, it needs to be a picture that can represent your POV. So it's like you took that picture, it can't be like, okay, for example, on here, I have like a pizza night, a homemade pizza night. The picture I pick can't be like me in the picture, if that makes sense, right? Like, unless it's like a selfie or something. It needs to be where I'm taking the picture because it's my POV, it's my vision. So obviously this doesn't work for, every single experience or case. Sometimes you need to have a person in there to be able to like show what you're doing. So for example, on my 2025 vision board, I had rock climbing on there, and it's a little hard to take a picture of your POV rock climbing. So what I did was I chose a picture where that person in it could be me. They look most like me. So I'm not going to pick like a blonde, super tall, super like shredded rock climber because that's not me. That's not my vision. So I'm going to pick someone with dark hair. I'm going to pick someone, that kind of has my height. Like, you can really get down to the knit and grit of your perfect vision for the photo. So that's what I've tried to do. We're definitely going to walk through my vision board, and I'm going to explain my vision board and show you guys things if you need some inspo or just want to see what's on my board this year. But so that's the number one thing I try to do is I try to do my POV or someone that looks the most like me. Another example I have on my vision board is going to London this year for my summer abroad trip. And there's a picture on there with a girl. There's two girls, and you can't see their faces, but they're wearing I Love London shirts. And that's supposed to represent like me making friends, me enjoying my time in London, etc. And so one of the girls who's wearing the I Love London shirt, she has dark hair. It's like about my length, a little longer. And like that's just an example of how I try to get it as close as possible to me because it's my vision and I'm looking at it every day. And that leads me into the second thing about your vision board is you need to look at it every day. It needs to be hung up in your room or your bathroom, somewhere where you are every single day. And you need to take, I usually take about 5 to 10 minutes, but you can take as much time as you need. And you really need to go through each thing you have on there, whether it's a quote or something you want to do, or something you want to accomplish, experience, something you want to gain. You need to go through each picture and really, really visualize you in that photo, that experience, whatever the case may be. So, for example, on my 2025 vision board, I had an airplane on it. And so every day when I go to my vision board, I would see the airplane, and you can do this eyes open, eyes closed. The details are as you choose. You need to really visualize you stepping on to that airplane, you taking that picture on your vision board of you looking out the airport window, the airplane window, and really be like, I don't want to say delusional, but you need to be so sure and set that this vision is happening, that it is going to happen in the year. So yeah, airplane window is a really good one. And you can just really take the time every single day, 5 to 10 minutes, going through your vision board and visualizing what you are going to be seeing, what you're going to be doing, the quotes that you want to grow into, etc. So that's what I do every day is I take 5 to 10 minutes. I really, really look at my vision board and think about it. And I think about the whole experience from beginning to end, like as if I can tell the future, as if I know it's going to happen in the future. And this is exactly how it's going to go in the future. So you're like a little witch, a little fortune teller, a little genie, and you are knowing what's going to happen in your future because you have the vision for it. So, okay. That's another thing I do. The third thing I would recommend doing if you really want to accomplish the most out of your vision board is picking a few things each month and making sure that it's going to happen. So, for example, on my 2025 vision board, I had rock climbing on there. I had a sunflower field. I had going to the farmer's market, things like that, right? And so you can, okay, it's January. What am I going to pick that I know for sure can happen? So, okay, is it the season for a sunflower field? If it's the season, I'm going to make sure I go this month. Or, okay, I'm going to make sure I go rock climbing this month. I'm going to make sure I go to a farmer's market, etc. Okay. And you don't have to pick like half of your vision board to do in 1 month. These things take time to really ingrain into your future. They take time to unravel. Everything happens for a reason. You need to take those steps for it to happen, right? So for example, I'm going to London in June. I'm not going to pick going to London in January as my goal to cross off. Like that just wouldn't make sense. So it's things like that where you can really think and plan out and detail your vision board, because some things on your vision board may be a little out there. For example, this year on my vision board, I have getting PR for the first time. I'm a very small creator. I'm not famous or viral or anything like that, but it's something that I want to accomplish this year. And it's something I definitely can accomplish, but that's not going to happen right in January. Like it's going to take time to get there and to get that PR and to build that up. And so I kind of lost my train of thought, but you can really think about how you want to set up your vision board, and you can really think about the steps you need to take each month to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish right in that month or in the following months. What steps can I take to be able to make sure I reach this goal in June, right? Like I'm going to London in June. What can I do now until June to make sure no matter what I'm going? For example, I'm applying to scholarships, I'm saving my money, and it's things like that, because yes, it is a vision board, and yes, you can put things on there that may seem unattainable, but you have to kind of have like a plan that like, okay, I'm going to accomplish this. It's okay if you don't know how, and it's okay if you don't necessarily know when this year you're going to accomplish it, but you need to have that determination and that discipline and that goal of like, okay, this is happening. I don't necessarily know how or when, but here's what I can do for now to get there. And it's just crazy how much can unfold, how much can happen without really realizing or expecting it when you have the goal and you just take simple steps towards it. So my point here is like, you can't just sit at home the entire time and be like, oh, but I want to travel. And then at the end of the year, you're like, I didn't travel, but you didn't save any money. You didn't plan any trips. You just sat at home. So again, my point being is you can't just let it happen to you. The point of a vision board is, okay, this is my clear, distinct goal. This is my end goal. Throughout this entire year, I'm going to make little small steps to get there. And the universe will do the rest for you as long as you're determined and disciplined and you have no doubt. I think I've said this in an episode before, and I might have archived it now just because I'm starting over. But I said, like, if you really want something, if you really want to accomplish something or reach a goal for yourself, you cannot have any doubt. You have to believe in yourself so much so that this has already happened and you're just doing the steps to get there, to have it unfold, because no one else is going to do it for you and the universe can't give it to you if you don't even believe in yourself or if you're not even taking the steps to do that. So, okay, that's my little rant, my little point. But yeah, so that's something I started doing kind of in the middle of last year. I was like, okay, wait, let me actually take real exact things on my vision board and make it a goal for this specific month to accomplish, because I obviously want to accomplish everything on my vision board. And so this just kind of helps me make sure, like, okay, I'm working towards this so I can accomplish it. I'm not forgetting or letting it pass me by or just waiting for it to happen to me. I think that's a really like, I don't want to like hard thing I had to learn this year is like, okay, no one is going to do it for me. I have to do it myself. Yes, everything happens for a reason. And yes, the universe is working in my favor and things are coming my way. But like, I have to kickstart that. I have to get that going. And so that's what I'm really trying to remember this year is like, okay, let's get the ball rolling. Let's discipline ourselves and let's get going. So those are my three main things. If you are creating a vision board, I suggest you follow and just see how much more you accomplish. Okay, so I will say I did see something recently that I think made a lot of sense. And I didn't personally follow this, but I think it could be helpful for anyone watching. And so that's why I'll mention it is I saw a video saying like your vision board does not have to change that much every year. You can take off the things that you already accomplished and put new things. You can keep things on that you're still working towards, etc. It doesn't have to be this whole new, brand new thing, a whole new set of goals and whatever. And okay, actually, I kind of did follow that because like 2025, I had reading a lot of books on there. I achieved that. I put it on there again this year to read even more books than I did last year. I have Going Viral, which I've had on my vision board every year, and I did achieve that in 2025, but like I want to keep doing that. So I put it on there again. And so that's just something that I want to throw out there in case you forgot to think about, if there's something this year that you didn't accomplish or you didn't work as hard towards, put it on your vision. Maybe include like a different POV of that vision. Maybe try it a different way to accomplish it. But that's just another thing to think about. And then I was looking through the comments of that video and I saw people saying that like, okay, some people, I also started this in the summer of this year, but I was doing this because I really needed that distraction and that busyness. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that this year just because I do plan to already be super busy. But a lot of people were saying that every month they create a new vision board. And I was doing that in the summer months of like, okay, what things can I pull specifically from my yearly vision board to accomplish this month and what little things can I do? I think that's a great idea. And I think it helps keep you busy. It helps keeps you like grounded in what you want to accomplish. So that's also a thing. They said that they had like monthly vision boards they do every year. They have a big yearly vision board. And then they have like a really big future vision board of like owning a house, paying off a car, like things like that are going to come in the following years. but just like something they can look at for like the greater future. Does that make sense? I don't know if I don't think I can think that far ahead. Like, yes, obviously I want to own a house someday. And yes, I obviously want to like get a new car and pay it off and blah, blah, blah. But that's like so far in my future that I'm like, I don't really need to think about that right now. But if you're a little bit older, that's a thing you could think about when you're doing your vision board. But yeah, you can do your vision board any way you want. Everyone does it differently. And I'm just sharing my tips and tricks of what has helped me. And I just want to relay it out there. I hope you guys too. But I hope you at least try to make a vision board if you've never done it, just so you can see the possibility of what happens when you're looking at it every day for 5 to 10 minutes, when you're so certain about your goals, when you're really envisioning it. It helps a lot to like just put it on a board and be able to look at it every day instead of just think about it every day. You know, I'm just a more visual learner. Some people, they write down their goals and they write down their goals every day. Some people will like write down that entire experience in their journal. So like, for example, I'm going to find love this year. People will write down their exact type, everything they're looking for in past tense, right? Like it already happened. So for example, I'm so glad I found love this year. I'm so glad my boyfriend is 6'5" and he is so rich, and I'm so glad, whatever. I'm so glad he's so kind. But my point being is they will write that experience in past tense as it has already happened. And some people will go so far as to like put it under their pillow, because apparently that's like a really powerful manifestation technique. They will, you know, write it as a future letter and they'll store it away, and then they'll open it in a year or when they get that boyfriend and see, they'll write it down every day. So there's a lot of ways that you can really envision your goals and achieve them and work towards doing them in a manifestation way. And obviously there's a lot of ways that you can do actual actions to accomplish this, but I'm just trying to give you all my tips and tricks, because a vision board may not work for you. It may not influence you or inspire you like it does me. Maybe writing does, maybe like a playlist. So that's something I also am doing this year. I'm making a 2026 playlist for my vibes, for my energy that I want to have this year. And so that's been really fun because I love music. I literally listen to music all the time. I feel like we've talked about this before, but if you are brand new, I am such a lover of music. I am very good at memorizing an entire song by like the second time I listen to it. I love music. So I think music is a very powerful way to encapsulate the energy you want to bring. So I'm doing that this year. I've got my vision board, and yeah, I'm just really trying to be disciplined this year and make sure I stick to my goals and not get lazy and work hard for what I want. So that is my little spiel of ringing in the new year. Maybe it's a playlist for you. Maybe it's a vision board. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's scrapbooking, which is kind of like a vision board, but a lot smaller. So yeah. Oh, one last tip I can give you is, so my vision board is a physical copy, but what I did for 2024, I didn't do it this year, and I don't know if there was like a big difference, but I think I'm going to do it again this year, is I will transform my vision board to my phone lock screen or my computer lock screen, so that I'm basically just constantly looking at it all the time, looking at the experiences I yet to have, looking at the quotes I want to grow into and accomplish, and yada, yada. So on like the more you look at it, the more it will become your reality, the more you'll be certain it's going to happen, etc., etc. It's kind of like the quote, out of sight, out of mind. It's so in my sight, it's always in my mind, like what I'm going to accomplish and achieve. So that's my last tip, honestly. And yeah, I wish I had my 2025 vision board here so that I could really go through and tell you guys everything I actually did end up accomplishing, but I just don't have it with me. It's in Tallahassee and it's a little hard to remember everything. Like, I think I have it on my phone, but I don't think that's as fun. And so what I think I'm going to do is like make a post instead about what was on my vision board and then like my picture of accomplishing it. That's another thing, is every time I accomplished a goal that was on my vision board, I took a picture, because that's my POV. Does that make sense? Like the POV on my vision board, I want to capture my actual POV. let me try to explain it a different way. Like going on the airplane and looking and getting that picture, like I've made it to that point in my vision, on my vision. And this is me taking a picture of the vision because it's on my board and I'm at that point on my board where I take the picture. Like, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense because that's what I'm trying to convey, that like my vision board is my future. And when I get to that point in my future where it's now my present, I take the picture. Yeah, I feel like that made sense. I feel like I did okay. Anyway, so I think I'm going to make a post about what I had on my vision board in 2025 and what I actually accomplished because I have all that saved still. And that's how I'm going to like promote this episode or something. I don't know. I think I'm doing good so far. Yeah, I don't know. That's really all I have to say. Okay, so let's get into my 2026 vision board. If you have already done your vision board, please show me. I want to know, what goals do you have? Comment down below. Tell me some quotes you want to grow into. Tell me some experiences you're planning for 2026. I love hearing about other people's vision boards because it's so interesting how all of ours are so custom to us. It's so interesting. So, all right, let's get into it. Okay. So I'm hoping the focus doesn't fuck up. Excuse my language. Here is my vision board. I'll probably include like an overlay, actual picture video of my vision boards because the light is glaring. Do you guys see it? Okay, I'm just gonna hold it over my face. I'm probably gonna include an overlay, so I don't even know if this will be in it, but okay, here's my vision board. Okay, so let's go through it. I'll probably include maybe each picture on. I don't know. That's a lot of pictures. But okay, let's try to get started the best we can. So the first thing I have on my vision board right here is a bunch of new vinyls. I usually only get vinyls for Christmas, and I think it's time to branch out and buy some for my own. And fun fact about my vinyls, I have no guys. I have no guy vinyls. They're all women, which I love, but I also love men. And I have some male singers that I would love to have on vinyl, is what I mean. So I just want to get more vinyls and broaden my collection. Okay, the next thing I have is a homemade pizza night, making pizza at home. I don't, with friends, with family, with whoever, but I just think this would be a fun experience. So I put it on my vision board. Okay, the next thing I have, okay, I'm just going to start including pictures because this is really hard to do. Okay, focus on me. Okay, I didn't plan this out that well. So, okay, I'm just going to look at it from here and then put it on the screen. I feel like that'll be a lot easier. So the next thing I have is the Ultimate Classics movie list. Okay. So I don't watch movies. A lot of iconic, a lot of timeless movies I probably have not seen. I've never seen Crazy Rich Asians. That was a big gasp in my apartment with my roommates when I told them I'd never seen that. I've never seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I've never seen like the Godfather movies. I've never seen Star Wars, Harry Potter. Like I am just not a movie person, which I think is actually kind of ironic because my major is digital media production and, you know, a little bit of that film side. So I really want to get into movies this year, watching movies. So I've got some true classics on here, which from the list, true classics are Singing in the Rain, West Side Story, Jurassic Park, The Matrix, Rocky, Karate Kid. I've never seen any of those. Love is in the Air. So When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, The Notebook. Never seen any of those. Laugh out loud movies like Easy A, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, A Knight's Tale, Groundhog Day. I've seen A Knight's Tale. And then must-see movies like The Princess Bride, The Breakfast Club, Back to the Future, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've never seen any of those. So, yeah, this will be exciting. And I'm going to do more than just what's on the list. But, like, the list on my vision board, I can actually, like, with a Sharpie, cross them off, which I think is pretty cool. So, okay, next on my vision board is Big Ben, the Big Ben. I don't know if you're supposed to say the Big Ben or Big Ben, but Big Ben in London, because I'm going to London. We all know. I'm sorry, but like I'm going and I just love talking about it. Next thing I have on my vision board, this is kind of new. I've never put something like this on my okay. I've never put something like this on my vision board before, but I'm really excited to do it this year and do all these new things. So it's something new bingo. I keep trying to grab the board to show you, but it's literally right here. So something new bingo, and you do something new. So like, I have to look, I'm sorry. Find a new reading place, try a new ice cream flavor, lounge in new PJs, like just new things, which I think is really fun. So again, I can literally take a Sharpie and every time I do something new, physically cross it off my vision board, which I really like. I like being able to cross something off a list and see that I've completed it. I have new style. I really want to upgrade my wardrobe and my jewelry and everything. I want to get more timeless pieces. I want to get more pieces that you like actually invest to. So I'm going to not do Shein anymore unless it's for like going out tops that I'm not going to wear forever. That probably sounds horrible, but I'll probably go to like Plato's Closet and try to do that if I really need or want new going out tops. Or maybe I'll get just classier going out tops, but yeah, I really want to upgrade my wardrobe and get better pieces. Okay, the next thing I have is getting back into painting, getting back into a hobby I have, and I love painting. I'm not the best at it, but I'm not the worst, and I just think it's something I could get better at this year, and yeah, so I have that on there. I have saving my money. I think this is a little ironic because I have a lot of traveling places this year on my vision board, and I want to upgrade my wardrobe and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things on my vision board that require me to spend money. Yet I'm saying save my money. So like on coffee, I don't need to buy a coffee and things like that where I can save my money. We'll see how that goes, but I am confident in myself. Okay, next I have this quote about being in your 20s. I just think this is a really good reminder to maybe not take everything so seriously or to also be really selfish with my time and my energy. Yeah, I just really liked the quote about being in my 20s. I am turning 21 this year, so it was just a good reminder, I thought. Okay, next I have a karaoke bar, a karaoke club. I don't know, I've never been, but I think karaoke with my friends on a night out would be so fun. Okay, next I have going to Boston. Funny enough, I actually just booked my flight to Boston with Michelle, my Shayla, for like 2 weeks, like literally in 2 weeks. We're going to Boston. We've never been, and I'm so excited. Okay, next I have this little handbag. I've got a few handbags actually on my vision board, just kind of placed around, again, to update my wardrobe and stuff. Every aspect of my wardrobe I want to update. Next, I've got new jewelry, like jewelry stacks, etc. I have sewing on here. I really want to get better at sewing. I kind of want to sew something from hand, maybe like a pillow or something. I don't have a sewing machine. I don't know how to use one, but I don't think I need that yet. I think I need to get better at sewing first. Next, I have nails on here. I really want to have my nails done consistently. I'm going to get my nails done tomorrow, so I'm really excited. That's a good first step in the right direction. Not even just going to the nail salon every month, but like me taking the time to do my nails or me taking the time to go to the nail salon. I just want to do that more. Again, another thing to spend a lot of money on, but it's fine. Okay, so the next thing I have is my PR. I really want to get PR this year. I think it's so cool, and I'm definitely going to try my best and hardest to reach out and make that happen. So we'll see. I have a cake on here that says it's supposed to be fun turning 21, but then it crosses out supposed to be, and it just says it's fun turning 21. I like that. I like that energy and that vibe. And get thrown in the FSU Westcott Fountain. It's a tradition for anyone who turns 21, and it's my turn soon, so I'm so excited about that. Okay, next I have going viral. I went viral a few times on Instagram and TikTok in 2025, but it wasn't about my podcast. It was pertaining to Love Island and current trends and things that were going on TikTok and Instagram. So this year I really just want to grow my following and go viral and maybe have a video go viral that pertains to my podcast. We'll see, but any going viral is good going viral. Then I've got this bank account here. I don't know whose bank account this is, but I want it. So I'm going to try to achieve that. A big bank account. Then I have the Georgia Aquarium. My sister and I are for sure going to go in July. So she's really been wanting to see the whale shark. I really want to take her to see the whale shark. I also want to see the whale shark myself. So yeah. Okay, next I have this fit girl, and I'm like, okay, I could look like her, I guess. I mean, her face is covered, her hair's brown, like close enough. I was really consistent with Pilates this past summer in 2025, and my body literally looked like that. Anyway, I stopped doing it, so I'm gonna get back into it and look like that again because I really enjoyed it. Okay, next I have waking up early. I really do want to start waking up earlier because I feel like you just get so much more out of your day. Like you kind of get like 2 days depending on how early you wake up, and I want to take advantage of that. Okay, next I have everything I want wants me more because yes, it does. So that's the energy I'm bringing for 2026. Next, I have a letter to my future self. So I actually already wrote this letter that I'm going to open next year on the 1st. But I was like, let me take it a step further. Let me write letters to myself for when it's my birthday and I can open it next year on my birthday or like after London or things like that. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to write those letters too. And I think it's fun. I think it's so fun to like leave yourself a message for the future and like see and like reflect back on like how much happened. It's just like such a weird feeling. Okay, so my theme for this year is discipline. Discipline. I talked all about it in the beginning about how no one's going to do it for you. You need to get the ball rolling, this, that. So that's the energy. Yes, yes, ma'am. Okay, say yes to everything. I am graduating next year in the spring. That is way too close for my liking, but unfortunately the day will come. And until that day comes, I'm really, 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 really just going to try to take advantage of my time and experiences. So I'm going to say yes to everything this year or try to. I'll update you guys. Okay, next I have this really long quote about how doers beat dreamers and how the world gives to those who initiate, not those who wait for others to do so. Okay. I just talked about this in the beginning as well, how the universe will reward you for taking that step, for taking those little steps to reach your goal. And that's why it's okay when you don't know how or when it's going to happen. As long as you know it's going to happen and you're doing those little things to get there, the universe will reward you for that. And so that's exactly what this quote is like, what I was talking about. So I just love that. Okay. Next, I have New York City. I went there for the first time this year in 2025, and I want to go back. It doesn't matter if I have to go by myself, I'm going back. So yes. Okay. Next, I have going on a boat. I don't know how I'm going to go on this boat. I don't know when, but I'm getting on a boat this year. So that'll be fun and exciting. I hope I'm with my friends. Okay. Next, I have a quote saying, just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening. If you know me, then you know this. If you don't, I'm about to tell you. I am the worst with patience. I have no patience. Like it's like my patience is negative. That's how bad my patience is. And I'm really trying to work on that and get better. And so this quote is to remind me, patience is key. My hobby is using Pinterest. I have heard people can make money off of Pinterest and monetize stuff and whatever. And I don't know, I just want to use it more. I want to research that and see how I can get into that. But yeah, Pinterest is definitely a tool that I want to get the most out of. So, okay, here's my I Love London picture with the t-shirt thing that I was telling you guys about. That's on my vision board. I also have a picnic on my vision board. I think a picnic would be so fun. There's a really pretty park in Tallahassee called Cascades Park, and I would love to have a picnic there. Like, it's beautiful. Search it up if you don't know what I'm talking about or you don't know what it looks like. I'm not going to include a picture because I want you to search it up and be like, oh, she was right. So go do that. Okay. After you watch this video and like and share and follow and rate. And okay. Anyway, going to the movies by myself. I've never been to the movies by myself, and everyone who has says it's like a really good experience. It's fun and like it's fulfilling. And so I just want to try it. I want to go to the movies by myself. Okay. A lot of books. I already mentioned that. My goal for 2025 was 12 books. I think I got to 14 or 15. And my goal this year is 15. So I'm hoping to surpass that as well. I have If It's Meant to Be, It'll Be. I had a really big problem in 2025 of really trying to control everything and getting upset when I couldn't or it didn't go the way I wanted. And so this year, when things don't happen or there are situations that just aren't working out or I can't control, I want to be able to be like, okay, thank you for taking care of this problem for me. Thank you for getting rid of something that wasn't meant for me. I don't want to be like sad over something that wasn't meant for me, because obviously that just means something better is going to come along and be meant for me. So that's why I have that quote on there to like remember, like, okay, wait, literally, this is not meant for me. Like, you're good. Like, you're taken care of. Don't worry. So yeah. Okay, next I have a quote saying that, talking about how you need to just do stuff instead of wonder about doing it. Next, I have going on walks. I really want to go on more walks. I want to go on walks in new places. And I tried to get into running 2025, and I went on a few runs, but running is very hard for when you're first starting out or you're not a runner. I give a lot of credit to runners because it's hard when you're just starting, and the discipline is unreal for keeping running going when you're not a runner. So let's start with walking, maybe some jogging this year, but not straight into running. Okay, next I have going out with my friends, my baddies. All of us are turning 21 this year. Michelle's the last one to turn 21, but I want to go to a few 21 and up bars and go out with my girls, and yeah, I'm really excited for that. So, well, I guess not all of my friends are turning 21 this year, but most of my friends. Okay, next I have a new plan, which is be unreasonably delusional about what I want until it's my reality. I don't know if I love the word delusional, but very, very, very certain and sure, a little delusional that everything I want is going to come true. Going on a plane, that's literally going to happen in January, so I will get that picture. Okay, the next thing I have on my vision board is like open when letters, but to myself. I don't know if that's weird or like cringe or whatever, but I just like, I need a lot of reminders, and I think it would just be best if I have those reminders like from myself. So that's why I put this on here, because I don't know, it's like a different kind of feeling of like comfort when your past self is talking to your future self. That's why I have the future letters on there too, because it's like that crazy feeling like, oh, so much has happened. And yeah, so that's why I have that on there. Maybe try it if you're interested in what I just said. Okay, the next thing I have is approved, accepted, congratulations, all in 2026. Whatever I want, I will get. That's the energy I'm bringing. That's the hope, the certainty I have. And then the last thing is a bunch of cash, because I will take money in any form, in any way that money can be accepted. Cash, check, wire transfer, whatever, I'm taking all the money. So that is my 2026 vision board. I would love for you guys to reply with pictures of your vision board, what you want to accomplish. If any of our visions are the same, that's so awesome. But that's about all I have for this first episode of 2026. Oh my God, so exciting. I'm going to post soon on Instagram about asking you guys what kind of guests you want to see, what kind of questions you want answered. I'm very excited for what's to come, even if I don't know when or how it will get to you or me, but just know I'm going to be working hard and taking the steps to do it every day to make this a safe place for you and a place you want to be. I'm very excited. I'm going to start making a new intro for the podcast soon. So that's very exciting. I'm very excited about that. I have a clear vision of what I want this podcast to be, and I'm so excited for it to come out this year, be brought to life. But okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please let me know. Please share it with your friends. If you have any other tips you want to share with my audience, I would love for you to comment that too, because we can all just help each other and get to working on those vision boards if you haven't already. And I can't wait to see you guys next time, wherever or with whoever that may be. And yeah, love you guys. So excited. Okay, bye.